Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, once again, it's time for the award-winning... Well, let's don't go that far. Another installment of Ask Mr. Melman. Before we begin, let me read you the rules and jot these down on your shoe, won't you? First of all, the questions may be on any subject, though for reasons of time, math problems should not go beyond trigonometry in the level of their complexity. Number two, all questions must be posed in English. Number three, Mr. Melman may refuse to answer any question concerning the pending investigation by federal authorities of irregularities in his former day job. And finally, just between you and me, it looks like he may do time. All right, now. And finally, please remember, Mr. Melman is not an attorney. Ladies and gentlemen, Larry Bud Melman. Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I think it's Larry's turn, isn't it?
Good evening. I'm
Thank
Larry
you.
Bud Melman. Tonight I'll answer questions from you, the public. They can be questions on any subject. I handle personal problems, money problems, and affairs of the heart. I'll respond to questions on science, math, sports, and the world of entertainment. So go ahead, ask Mr. Melman. But remember, I'm not a lawyer.
All right, are we ready? First question tonight for Ask Mr. Melman. What is your name?
Jill Smith.
Jill, and where are you from?
New Albany, Indiana.
New Albany, Indiana. What part of the state of Indiana would we find New Albany?
In the south part.
Southern part? Is it down near the Ohio River? Nice town?
Real nice.
How big a town?
Real small.
And what do you do for fun in New Albany?
Well, that's why we're in New York over spring break, because there's not a whole lot to do.
Is it near Louisville? Oh,
Right
it is. So
across.
do you sneak across to Louisville? You have a good time in Louisville?
It's average. It's Kentucky, so.
You're not going to be allowed back into that part of the country now. So what have you done besides come here in New York?
Well, we just got here this morning, so we've just been seeing things.
Have you ever been to
wandering
New York
around.
before? Do you like it so far?
It's different. It's different than New Albany.
Yeah. So of the three towns mentioned, you're not crazy about any of them.
Well, no, New York is fun.
New York is fun.
New York is
Okay. Do you have a question for Mr. Melman?
Yeah, I've been having this problem because a week or so ago, I broke up with a guy that I've been dating for about two years or so, and he's been possessive and a little jealous, and I'm afraid that he might do something a little drastic,
Oh, no.
like physical injury or something, if I happen to go out with someone else, and I don't know what to do. It's in your hands.
Jill, your ex-boyfriend is bluffing. I suggest you date as many guys as you can. Have your new boyfriend drive you by the old one's house, honking and laughing, letting your ex know what a great time you're both having. When you get a chance, show your ex the wonderful gifts your new boyfriends have given you. Let him know that your world is perfect now and that there's no room for him in it. He'll get the hint. Bob Rooney, won't you please give this nice woman a T-shirt?
Jill, nice meeting you. I hope you're having a good time. Thank you, Bob. Thank you very much, Jill. What is your name, sir?
John Quant.
John, are you from New Albany, Indiana?
No, sir, I'm from Garland, Texas.
Thank heavens. What part of Texas?
Garland,
I'm sorry, Garland?
Garland.
Where, and what part of the state is that in?
Southeast.
Uh-huh. And do you have a job there? You go to school, or?
Yeah,
Wait a minute. Where is it?
it's in Southeast. It's by Dallas.
It's a suburb of Dallas.
Yeah.
So is that in the southeast or not?
North. Yeah, north.
Well, kind of a scathing indictment on the school system there, isn't it? All right, John, just let's put all this geography nonsense out of our heads. Do you have a question for Mr. Melman?
Yeah, we're on spring break from school, and a bunch of school kids came up here, and we're wondering what we should see in New York and what we shouldn't.
Well, you should see the World Trade Center and the Wall Street area. They're pretty big and right in Manhattan. Also, the Statue of Liberty, that's pretty obvious. Central Park is pretty big. I don't see how you could miss that one. If I'm guessing right, You shouldn't see the Aleutian Islands, that's in Alaska. And although they're big too, it's just too damn far away. I also have my doubts about you seeing any of South Dakota. Can you believe it's still snowing up there? Bob Rooney, please give this nice young man two T-shirts. That was a fine question.
From Bob Rooney. Thank you, Larry. Let's see. We're going to Ruth. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
What is your name?
Claudia Lewis.
Claudia, are you also from New Albany, Indiana?
No, I'm from Red Bank, New Jersey.
Thank heaven. And these are great shoes, by the way. Terrific.
Oh, thank you.
What do you do for a living, Claudia?
I'm a student at Wesleyan University.
And what are you going to do when you get out?
Hopefully do something in publishing. I'm doing an internship now.
Well, good luck to you. Now, what
Thank
is
you.
your question for Mr. Melman?
My question is, if you had a dinner party and could invite any 10 people, living or dead, who would you invite?
It's a very
Any
good question.
10? Well, I would say Cleopatra, Napoleon, and Karl Marx. That would be about it. I only have 4 dining room chairs. Thank you for your question, Bob Rooney. Please give that nice person a T-shirt.
There you are. Hang on to this. You'll be happy you came one night. Thank you. One more here. All right. Yes, sir. What is your name?
Bill Copperwatch.
Bill, nice to see you. Where are you from?
I'm from Edison, New Jersey.
Edison. And what do you do over there?
I actually don't live there right now. I'm going to school down in University of Tennessee.
And what are you studying at the University of Tennessee?
Physics.
Physics. And what do you want to do when you get out?
There is nothing to do if you're a physicist.
Well, for your folks, this has been money well spent.
It sure has.
Okay. Do you have a question for Mr. Melman?
Yes, I do. I'm up here on spring break, and driving up, I noticed that why is it you always seem to get better gas mileage on the first half of a tank of gas?
I'm glad you asked that question, Bill. The reason is because any dirt or sludge in your gasoline tends to settle in the lower part of your gas tank. When this dirty gas is drawn into the engine, it burns less efficiently and lowers your mileage. Do what I do. Never let your tank get below 3/4 full. Just pull into every gas station you see and top her off. Sure, it takes a lot of time, but I have nothing better to do. Do you? Thank you for your interesting question.
Oh, it was an interesting question. We have a T-shirt coming.
Bob
I believe,
Rooney,
from
please
Bob
give this
Rooney.
nice man two T-shirts.
Thank you, Bob. There you are, sir. Have a nice vacation. Thank you, folks. We ran out of time. I'm awfully sorry. What is your name?
Susan Spillane.
Susan, we don't have time for your question, and I feel that you perhaps are the luckiest of the bunch. We have to pause. We'll be right back, folks, so return, won't you? Thank you, Larry.